Hello, and welcome to the Metro MLS webinar reviewing Market Summary in Flex MLS. So this webinar is going to be a demonstration of how to use the Market Summary report located underneath Statistics. So let's begin. To access Market Summary, you'll click on your menu button, and underneath the Statistics section, we'll click on Market Summary. Now, the market summary allows you to see data for a market and period of time that you define. Okay, so when I came in here, it's basically showing me the last thing that I ran, which was a market summary detail for December of 2017 for Waukesha single family. So everybody's will say something a little bit different coming in here, because one person may say, hey, why does it say January 2014? It basically is retaining the last report that you ran. All right, so to run the report, we'll come up here to the Customize button. When you click Customize, you've got three options: New Location, Previous Location, and Favorite Locations. So I'll show you New Location first, because that'll be the one that you'll use the most. So New Locations gives you your options that you can run. So for a location, you can do it on a city, a postal code, a county. So I'm going to click my mouse in there, so it pops up my options. So here it's giving me a list of options that I've got here, things that I've run before. If you wanted to do, let's say, Milwaukee County. Oh, you can't do county. Yeah, you can. There it is right there. So you can do Milwaukee County or Milwaukee Municipality or any municipality. So typically it's county, municipality, zip code, or you can use, I believe you can use a map location, a map overlays. I don't have any map overlays in this account. But here, if you've got a previously drawn shape saved in map overlays, for example, Bayview, you can use that area in here. All right, so again, county, municipality, zip code, or a map overlay area. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a zip code. So I'm going to enter in 53207. There it is right there. So I'll select it by double clicking it and close it. Now if you try to do another location, let's say you'll get that, it won't let you. You can only do a maximum of one location, just so you know. I just wanted to show you that. All right, so here the report date, what month did you want it for? So it won't allow you to do the current month with, I'm doing this recording in April because April is not done yet. It actually just started. So it's basically full months. So I can only go back to the most recent month that just ended, which is March. So I'm going to leave it at that. But your years, you can go all the way back for us to 95. We haven't had a purge since 95, so that's when our data goes back to. Anything earlier you won't get. But I'll leave it as March 2018. You can choose MLS. So if you like to do the Metro, which is your home MLS, you can leave it like that. Or maybe you're doing an area that's typically in a WireX area, like Dane County, all right, or Madison Municipality. Then you can do it for your property type here. So these are the property types that you can include. I'll leave it just a single family. So now that I've entered these in, we'll hit search. You get the little loading there. It may take you up to several minutes. Usually it's pretty quick, but now that I probably opened my mouth, it may take a little bit longer. All right, so here it is. So once that goes away, you can see it right here. So for the zip code, 53207, single family, this is my market summary information. So let's get to the charts that we see here. So this first chart tracks number of listings, the total number of listings, and it's going back a year. So from April 2017 all the way through March 2018. This is your legend. The red line are the active listings, and then the black line is the sold listings. You almost have to catch a sweet spot to get the pop-ups there. So it's showing you the number of listings for any time that you move over. So right here, the number of sold listings in June of 2017 was 46 for single family in that zip code. As I'm moving over, you can see there it is, and you see how that one popped up there. Active listings for October 2017, there was 95. So just make sure that you can kind of catch the sweet spot there. You can also, there's a little icon here if you need information about the chart. It'll show you information about the chart, basically showing you, excuse me, what the active listings mean and the sold listings mean. I'll close that. You can also configure or customize this chart, and each of these charts has customizations that's just for that chart. So when I click the little wrench icon, I can customize to show the number of listings for not only active and sold, but I can include new and pending too. So I'll just pop a check in both of those to show you. And there it is. So now new listings is the gold line and pending listings is the blue line. Now those little pop-ups will, it'll always label what area that you're over so you know which is which. All right. Next is the listing price for up to March 2018. So here, these are the listing prices for single family in that zip code. So there's the legend showing you which line is which. Again, the date range is still the same. And as you're kind of hovering over, you can see that, the information there, showing you the listing prices for the average. I've got active average list, sold average list, new average list, and sold average sale. Again, you've got the little help button there that shows you the definitions of each of those, and then your settings. So maybe you want to change that. So here I'm showing average list price and average sold price. You can include or switch it to median list and median sold if you'd like. All right. Next chart is the absorption rate in months. Okay, so here this little chart doesn't have the wrench, but it's got the question mark to give you information about absorption rate in months. So here it's showing the same time period. Again, if you hover over an area, it'll give you the data. As you can see right here, the absorption rate for August of 2017 was 2.54 months. All right. Next is the sold to list price ratio. So here my chart shows the sale to original list price ratio and the sale to the current list price ratio. Again, you have your help button if you need help with the definitions, and then you can customize it to show one or the other or both. Moving down, there's a chart for days on market, same time period. Mine is customized to show the average cumulative days on market. That's basically total market time on an address. If it's, for example, they listed a property, it expired out, and they relisted it within 90 days, that's how those days accumulate for the total market time on an address, the CDOM. And then there's the average days on market. Again, you've got the help button, and then you can configure the settings to customize. The last chart is the price volume, showing me the price for active list, new list, and sold sale volume for each of the months that are here. Again, you got your help, and you've got your customize that you can show for. Now sometimes these charts can be really hard to read. They're very pretty, they look nice, but sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to read. So if you scroll down further in the screen, all of this down here is basically defining the charts that's above. So here are your summary statistics. So you get for summary statistics for March up to March 18th, March 2017, the percentage of change, your 2018 year-to-date, your 2017 year-to-date, and percentage of change. This is for absorption rate, average list price, median list price, average sale price, median sales price, average cumulative days on market, and median cumulative days on market. All right, moving on down, there's the charts for your sold listings. So here, basically, these are the price ranges that you've got here. All right, so this is for this month, March, where that what we chose. So for 2018, what listings did you have in that price range? Compared to last year, what listings did you have in those price ranges? The percentage of change between the 2 months, and then the year-to-date, both 2018 and 2017 with the percentage of change. There's also a chart listing the same thing for pending listings, for active listings, and for brand new listings. All right. If you'd like to email or print this chart, you can definitely do that with these buttons up here. You have the advanced button that will allow you to detach the window. So maybe if you wanted to pop this open and then go back and run maybe for another month and compare the two if you'd like. I'll just close that. You can export the data into a CSV file to pull it in Excel and a spreadsheet if you want to manipulate it in any kind of way. Okay. Getting back to the customize button, there was a couple other options that you could use up here. So here, previous locations will show previous locations that I ran. So it's kind of like a history. So it's showing that I ran in 2016 single family for municipality of Elm Grove. Then I just did regular single family, same month, single family zip code for 226. So this is basically a history of things that you ran. Okay, with our latest one here at the top. Just to close this, you do that. Favorite locations, if you favorited any locations that you previously ran. So maybe there's a market area that you run on a pretty regular basis. You don't want to have to define it all the time. You can mark it as a favorite and access it in your favorite locations. So these are my favorite locations. How do you favorite a market summary? Come back here in previous locations where it's got your history. If you notice, there's a little star next to each one that you've run. So let's say I wanted to favorite the zip code 53207. I just left click it and it takes it out of this list, but it tells me it's been moved. So now when I come to my favorite locations, there it is right there. All right, and if you just want to make your edits, you can edit the time period and then hit search and then run it from here. This will conclude our webinar for market summary in Flex MLS.